Hello, students. How are you? I hope you all are fit and fine. So, dear students, today in this series of revision, we are going to revise Poem 1, The Voice of the Rain, written by Walt Whitman in your Hornbill. Okay, dear students. So, as you know that we have finished all the chapters and revisioning going on, and today in this series of revision we will be discussing about this beautiful poem of Walt Whitman. So now, without any further delay, let's begin this beautiful poem, The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman. About the poet Walt Whitman, May 31st, 1819 to March 26th, 1892, was an American poet, essayist, and journalist. A humanist, he was a part of the transition between transcendentalism and realism, incorporating both views in his works. Whitman is among the most influential poets in the American canon, often called the father of free verse. His work was controversial in its time, particularly his poetry collection Leaves of Grass, which was described as obscene for its over sensuality. About the poem, The Voice of the Rain is a short free verse poem by the American poet Walt Whitman, originally published in a periodical called Outing in 1885. It was later reprinted in Leaves of Grass, Whitman's most celebrated collection of verse. In The Voice of the Rain, the speaker listens to the personified figure of the rain, like itself to poetry. Describing each stage of the water cycle, the poem pays homage to the restorative power of the natural world and claims that poetry nourishes humanity just as rain nourishes the earth. Fulfillment brought by the cycle of creation. Creation of rain by earth. Creation of a poem by the poet. Restorative nature of both rain and poetry. While the former nourishes the earth, the latter nourishes the soul. Central idea. The poem The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman signifies the eternal role that the rain plays in nurturing, quenching, and purifying the various elements of earth. The rain returns the favor to its place of origin, from where it rises unseen from the depths of the water and from the land. The rain itself is explaining to the reader about its origin, work, and its cyclic movement. A comparison has also been drawn between rain and music, as both of them make the world more lovely and return to their place of origin after fulfillment their purpose. Summary: The voice of the rain. Summary: the poet narrates a conversation. The poet narrates a conversation he had with the falling drops of rain in the poem. He asks the rain, "And who art thou?" On which the rain replies by calling itself the poem of the earth. Moreover, the rain defines how it rises unnoticeably as vapor out of the land and sea and floats up to heaven, where it converts into clouds. After that, it falls back to earth to refresh the drought-filled land. This follows the seeds to grow into something necessary and beautiful. Further, the poet quotes the role of the poet in making this song. Poet refers to the song as a song. He also writes that this song is born from the poet's heart. Besides, it leaves the poet's soul and then changes from. But it's same at its core and eventually returns to the reader as love from readers. Now, stanza 1. And who art thou? Said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer, as here translated. I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. And who art thou? Said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer, as here translated. I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. Now, word meanings. Here, thou means you, soft falling means dropping softly, and shower means raindrops when they fall continuously on earth. Now, explanation. The poem begins with the poet asking for the identity of the soft falling rain shower. Much to the surprise of the poet, the rain replies to his question, which the poet translates for his readers. The rain, in its own voice, tells the poet that she is the poem of this earth. The rain is trying to say that as music or poetry gives pleasure to the human beings, the rain gives happiness to Mother Earth. Stanza 2. Eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the land and the bottomless sea, upward to heaven whence, vaguely formed, altogether changed and yet the same. Now, word meanings. Eternal means everlasting. Impalpable means unable to be felt by touching. Bottomless means very deep. Upward means towards a higher level. Whence means from where. Vaguely means unclearly. Formed means made into a specific shape or form. Here, clouds. Explanation. The poet says that the rain is an eternal process, but it takes different forms at different times. It rises from the land and the deep of sea in the form of intangible water, vapor, and goes up to the sky. There it takes an indistinct shape in the form of cloud. Although it changes in its form or shape, its core matter remains the same. Since vapor and clouds contain water, they can get transformed into the other. The words impalpable and eternal indicate that nature is not fully understood and some part of it always remain beyond our reach. Stanza 3. I descended to leave the draughts, atomies, dust layers of the globe, and all that in them without me were seeds only, latent and born. Word meanings? Descend means move or fall downwards. Lave means wash. Draughts means dry spells. Atomies means very tiny particles. Globe means earth. Latent means dormant or inactive. Now explanation. The raindrops pour down from above to wash away draughts and dust layers enveloping earth. It sacrifices the thirst of the dry earth and heals everything that is degrading and is lying lifeless. The showers remove the dust particles and make earth clean and green. The rain also helps in the germination of seeds which were lying dormant due to dry spell. Stanza 4. And forever, by day and night, I give back life to my own origin and make pure and beautify it. For song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering, raked or unraked, duly with love returns. Word meanings. Origin means source, beautify make beautiful, issuing originating, starting, fulfillment completing the cycle, wandering moving from one place to another, raked cared about, unraked uncared for, duly properly rightly, and rejuvenate and beautify life. Now explanation. The rain is involved in a continued process of giving life on earth by providing water to dormant seeds and making the earth more beautiful and full of greenery. Rain helps in enhancing the beauty of earth as in the absence of water everything runs dull and lifeless and dust accumulates everywhere. The last two lines are the poet's own words and his reflections upon the answers given by the rain. The poet observes that the life of the rain is similar to that of a song. A song or poem is creativity. At its best, it has the power to calm, heal, rejuvenate, transform, and thrill. In the same way, repeated evaporation and condensation purifies the rain. The entire environment gets drenched in the rain. Dust particles settle down and there is greenery everywhere, which makes the whole earth beautiful to look at. The poet therefore draws a parallel between rain and music, as both have rhythm and ability to thrill, both of them. So now, dear students, we are going to discuss poetic devices as we have gone through the poem, central idea about the poet, hard words and their meanings. Now, after explanation of the poem, let us discuss poetic devices used in this poem. Personification. So, the rain has been personified as it has been given a voice in the poem. Metaphor. The poem of the earth. So, the poet uses a metaphor to compare how the rain leaves the ground to come back to the ground, giving back to it much like a person which leaves at home only to come back after fulfillment its journey. Hyperbole. Bottomless sea is an example of hyperbole. The poet describes sea as bottomless, which is an exaggerated statement to bring out the desired effect. Imagery. In the first line of the poem, soft falling shore gives the reader an image of gentle rain or drizzle. During the dialogue between the poet and the rain, it creates an image of showers of drops of water falling down from the heaven to earth and infusing it with greenery, purity, and beauty. So, thank you, students, for watching this video, for going through this PowerPoint presentation, not for watching this video, because this is not the end of the video. Now we are going to discuss some main facts of the poem and solve question answers based on the extract and extra question answers for practice. Okay, dear students, so let us get ready for the same. Poem 3, The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman. Theme. The poem is written in the form of a conversation between the poet and the rain. It describes the importance of rain, which gives life to the earth and nurtures all living beings. Main points. The poet asks the rain, and who art you? And strangely, the rain replies, calling itself the poem of earth. The rain says that it is born from the earth, but it cannot be seen since it is in the form of vapors. It rises into the sky to form clouds and then falls back to the earth in the form of drops. It removes draughts and washes away even the tiniest particles. It falls on dry seeds which appear lifeless and helps them sprout into saplings. It gives life to its own origin, that is earth. It purifies and beautifies the earth. Like song coming out from the heart, it spreads joy all around and seeps back into the earth. Poetic devices we have already discussed. So one more poetic device here which we haven't discussed, that is antithesis. So altogether changed and yet the same. The opposite ideas have been pulled together to describe the continuous cycle of the rain. So this poetic device is called antithesis. Now extracts. Extract 1. And who art thou? Said I to the soft falling shower. With strange to tell, gave me an answer as I here translate it. I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain. Name the poem and the poet, so we know very well. Walt Whitman. Who is the speaker here? Who is he talking to? So Walt Whitman, the poet, is the speaker. He is speaking to the rain. Which image has been created in the first line? So the poet has created the image of a beautiful rainy day where the rain is falling down soft on the earth. Explain the phrase which strange to tell gave me an answer. So the poet is speaking to the rain. He is surprised when the rain gives a reply to his question. Which poetic device has been used here? Personification. The rain is speaking and giving answers like human beings. Alliteration. An answer as here. Find a word phrase from the extract which means drizzle. A soft falling shower means drizzle. What are the meanings of the words art and thou? So art means are and thou means you. What does the rain call itself? The rain call itself the poem of the earth. Why does that rain call itself so? So just as the poem originates from the heart of the poet and gives joy to every listener or reader, similarly the rain originates from the earth and gives happiness to every living being. Which poetic device is there in phrase I am the poem of earth? It is metaphor. I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain. Eternal I rise, impalpable out of the land at the bottomless sea. Who is the speaker in the above lines? Who is I speaking to? So the rain is the speaker here. It is speaking to the poet. Find out words from the extract which mean the same as everlasting, which cannot be seen. So everlasting means eternal, and which cannot be seen, impalpable. Why does the rain call itself impalpable? So the water on the surface of the earth evaporates in the form of vapors and rises up in the sky. This is an everlasting process which cannot be seen by us. Therefore, the rain calls itself impalpable. Where does the rain rise up from? The rain rises up from the land and bottomless sea, upward to heaven, whence vaguely formed, altogether changed. And yet the same I descended to leave the draughts, atomies, dust layers of the globe, and all that in them without me were seeds only latent and born. Explain altogether changed and yet the same. So rain changes several forms, still it remains the same. It rises from the earth in the form of vapor, it rises up to form clouds, then it cools down and falls on the earth in the form of water droplets. Explain the phrase vaguely formed. So it means that the vapors rises up from the earth to form clouds of various shapes and sizes. Their shape is not definite. Which word in the extract means the same as wash, that is lave? Explain the phrase I descended to lave the draughts. Rain falls on the earth and satisfies everyone's thirst. It washes away famines. Who does I refer to in the lines above? I refers to the rain. Explain the last two lines. Seeds appear to be dry and lifeless, yet as rain falls on them, they sprout into new plants. Which word in the extract means inactive or untapped and latent? That is, answer is latent. What would happen to the seeds without rain? The seeds would remain unborn without the rain. And forever by day and night I give back life to my origin and make pure and beautify it. For song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering racked or unraked, duly with love returns. Who is I in the first line? So I is the rain. What does I do to its own origin? So the rain gives back life to its own origin. It makes pure and beautifies it. What does I originate from? The rain originates from the earth. Explain the phrase make pure and beautify. The earth washes away even the tiniest of the particles. It removes drought and dust. Thus it purifies and beautifies the earth. What has the rain been compared to? The poet has compared rain with a song because it finds similarity in both. Is the comparison made by poet justified according to you? Yes, just a song originates from the heart and gives joy to every listener. Similarly, rain originates from the earth and spread happiness and contentment everywhere. Okay dear students, so it's all about the poem. So no questions for practice have been given. The only solved questions on stanza base have been given. So dear students, you have to do one thing. You have to just look at the question and you have to answer all the questions on your own. You need not copy the answers from this supporting material. So this way you can practice, and very soon I will send you the extra questions for practice. So thank you students for watching the video. See you tomorrow.